This is 13 Minutes. I'm Elliot Reeves. My guest today is Kirk Pickstone. Kirk, it's brilliant to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Now, thanks for having me. Thanks for inviting me. Long time no see, and loving it. I'm loving the hat, mate.
Oh, thank you very much. It's a branded job.
Could do with one in my collection here because I collect hats and that. Just saying. Anyway,
I'll hook you up, Kirk. Don't worry. I'll get that organised for you.
I'll send you one of mine. How's that?
Oh, fantastic. Perfect. So, how are you doing? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, mate, and I can't thank you enough for being on the show Inspired Edinburgh. I love that show, and it has been a while. Lots have changed. Back then, it was all about dyslexia. So I've had to flip it on its head a bit because I still stopped talking schools and do dyslexia awareness in schools, but then my focus changed to the radio station, becoming more. What's the best word? I want to become more well known for the dyslexia thing to make sense, or for people to go, oh, we want to book him because we know him. So it's not gone away, but I sort of flipped my direct direction to give it more of a bang, if that makes sense.
I'm with you. Okay. So for context and people that are watching, if they're not aware of who you are, who's Kirk Pickstone? What does he do?
Lots of stuff. My wife thinks I'm too Timmy Mallet, but I left corporate world back in 2010 when I found out I was dyslexic. I went to university, did a master's degree global entrepreneurship, started talking about dyslexia, trying to raise awareness, did a podcast. That turned into doing a radio show on another radio station, and then thought, sod this, we'll do our own radio station. And 2017, we set up Duggystone Radio. Freaking global internet radio station. So yeah, that's what we did.
That's phenomenal. Like, obviously, based on the interview that we did, which now probably close to 3 years ago, I never expected that you were going to go and set up your own radio station.
Neither did I. If you'd have told me back then, that's what I was going to do. But it just seemed logical because I've always had a big love for music, and saw a bit of a niche and things changing, people moving away. I see people moving away from DAB like they did FM radio, moving more to Alexa devices, online, on demand. So we produce our own stuff, a bit like Netflix. We bring shows from other producers. We get shows from Milan, USA, Canada, Kazakhstan, and then we produce our own work, and then we put a lot of that then either on the station or on demand services like SoundCloud and Mixcloud, things like that.
Brilliant. That's awesome. I admire it a huge amount. The growth of what you've done is really incredible.
Yeah, we've got a great team, built a great team, and it's about the culture. So the culture is about helping each other. It's about connecting people. So we help. Our main focus is emerging bands and emerging presenters. So our youngest presenter's 14 from Manchester, and our oldest is in 70s. So it's a very diverse station, but all about togetherness. And if people don't fit into that togetherness, then they don't fit in for long. That's how it works, basically. Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah, no, I get that. So tell me, Kirk, how have you been coping and managing with the whole lockdown situation?
Well, for me, not much changed, to be honest with you, because I've been, as you know, I used to do business development up for a few years ago, and then since then I spent a lot of time developing a station. So most of my time and effort is spent in this cabin that I've got in my studio. So for me, not much changed apart from not being able to ride my motorcycle for a couple of months. Had more of an impact on Sandra, but she's been working from home for 10 weeks. She's been doing 10, 12-hour days. We've not hardly stopped. We've got busier. We got busy because of lockdown, because we moved a lot of our classroom stuff that we do, because we teach podcasting as well. We forced us to do it online, so we developed systems, and so actually we got busier. We've got more sponsors on as a result, more listeners coming on because they're all at home. So I hate to say it, but COVID-19 has been absolutely fantastic for me, to be fair. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
From a business point of view, it's been great, and sad that people have passed away because of it. But for us, it's sort of been a step change, and I think it's totally going to transform business, the way people work. It's just like wallop, stop. You can't do all that stuff you already do.
Yes,
you have to come a different way. Some people have got just gone, sod it, I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to get fat and get become an alcoholic, and then other people have gone, right, how do we as you know, I'm a person that gets knocked down and comes back up, gets knocked down. It's like, right, for a few days it really bothered me, it really got to me, the COVID-19. It knocked me down to the point where, oh God, what's going to happen? And I went, right, hang on a minute, there's a different way here. And we just pulled together and off we went.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's quite a nice segue into the next question, which is, in what way do you think the world and business might start to change as a result of what's happening?
I think a lot of companies in the past that had gone in the old school way of working. Oh no, you've got to be here. I want you here 5 days a week for 10 hours a day, and I want you can have an hour for lunch, and I couldn't trust you to. A lot of time. Oh no, you can't work from home because you're just gonna. I was gonna swear. Then you're just gonna not do it.
You can if you want. I won't stop you.
Just going to toss it off for 8 hours. I don't know what you're going to do. You know what I mean? But now people have been forced. Companies have gone, well, if we don't let them work from home, nothing's going to happen. So Sandra, as an example, has been working from home for 10 weeks, and they've realised some amazing projects like do you know what I mean? Flawless, all working remote. So I think what will happen is a lot of people will either work from home permanent, or it'll be one of those. Go in for 1 or 2 days a week, going for the odd meeting. I think business meetings where, I work for corporate companies where you've got to drive 3 or 4 hours for an hour meeting, and then drive 3 or 4. What a waste of time. Forget the petrol and diesel you've used or whatever. Just what a complete waste of time. So you want me to turn up for an hour just to run through these numbers? I could do like this. So I think it's great. It's going to totally change how people interact and how businesses operate from now.
Yeah, I hope so. You're echoing a lot of the things that quite a few people have said already. It's quite funny. There seems to be trends in that quite a lot of people have found this period beneficial, or they've been able to take positives from it, whether it's from a point of kind of self-reflection and reassessing where they are in their life, or whether it's because actually it's been fully beneficial for their business. So no, it's really interesting. And also, like driving 3 to 4 hours for a meeting just makes no sense.
I mean, from us, from our point of view, what we've said as a station, because the thing is, we have that problem anyway, because I've got presenters in Scotland right down to the south coast, so you can't get together every week. It'd just be ridiculous. So what we've said is we'll do more. Maybe we have been doing weekly Skype calls or Zoom calls, and then once every quarter or once every month or something, then we can get together in a location. Makes more sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Is that how you were operating before this then?
Before, it was just a lot of phone calls and chatting over Messenger, and then we started using Zoom a bit more, and we've sort of use Zoom a lot more than we ever used. Before it was just, we do have the odd call like that, but now we're doing more of them in that respect. And it totally helped us, totally changed, because we saw in 4 weeks, we went, just like boom, 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 do that. And it just sort of, I don't know, we just transformed in about a month's time. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
How would you like to see the world change, Kirk?
Do you know how I'd like to see it change? And it's all the NHS and all the clapping and the banging of plates and all that sort of. I never did any of that. I just didn't see the point in it anyway. But anyway, so we did all that, and everyone loves the NHS, and shop workers, you're amazing, and we love you. All the bin men. Not very PC, is it? The refuse collectors, we love you. People are leaving notes on. Do you know what's going to happen, Elliot? My prediction: give it 4 months' time, and no one will give a rat's ass about all those people and all the wonderful things we did. That is the issue I've got. Generally, people, it's what's in front of them now, and that's what really. I have a saying, I think I said it before. I love people and I hate people. You just look at. We've had all this period where people can reflect and go, yeah, this is great. McDonald's open, you've got queues for miles to get to bloody McDonald's, and the next thing, you've got all their crap just thrown out the window. So no one's learned anything. The majority of people, a lot of people will change it, but I think a majority of people don't care. They're very self-centered generally, and they only bothered what's in front of them, and they won't care. And that's what frustrates me. You get things like this, which is a global stop what you're doing, people. What life's all about, what's important, stop. And everyone's physically had to stop throughout the globe, and then give it a few months, and I fear that it'll just go back to how it was before. No one will care. Selves. That's what frustrates me.
It's great. It's a shame that I think that there's a lot of truth in that as well.
Mm.
Yeah. Just,
I do a lot of psychology. I've not got any psychology degree, but I just look and you can just see what's going to happen. You can see what's going to happen. Same as this thing at the moment with the guy that got murdered in the States. Everyone's kicking off about that. Give it another few months' time, no one will care. It'll just carry on. So there'll be something else. It'll be another Brexit or another whatever the media is force feeding everybody for someone else's agenda. It's just I turn it off. I don't even watch. I'm not even watching the briefings anymore. I've just had enough of it. It's just crap. It's all crap.
You've been spending too much time around Tony Jack the Bear Mance.
So I love that guy for bits. Some of the stuff he says is just phenomenal, and he's right. The media is just, what does he call it, an oligog, and they just feed. And I feel they feed off you. They feed off the frenzy, and then everything goes on Facebook, and you're this and that. And it's just a complete waste of energy, isn't it? We all fall. A lot of people fall for it.
I know.
If I didn't need Facebook for my business, I would delete off my phone. I've took it off so many times, but then I do Facebook Live, so I need to put it back on again. I hate it. I love it, and I absolutely hate it.
Yeah. No, I get that. Kirk, what advice or insight would you give to anyone that was struggling just now?
I think talk to people, connect with people. I've been doing there's free facilities there, anything like Zoom. You can use it for 45 minutes without costing you anything. I've been connecting with my mum and dad on Zoom. Never did it before. FaceTime, whatever, and it's great. And I think what one of these things might realise, people, if your life has revolved around the pub, football, sports, restaurants, and it's all gone. You're going, oh, you know what I mean? To me, I couldn't care less if the pub's never opened again, there was any sport on the TV or the restaurant. I couldn't care less because it's not part. Yeah, occasional. So if you feel like your life has completely been blown away because of all your activities, then you need to invest and look at some other activities that don't involve all those things. Yeah. So. We do a lot of, might not suit everybody, but we do a lot of cooking at home and barbecuing or whatever, like things that you can do. I mean, to music, or I think people need to have a look and go, actually, what other things can I do that's going to take my mind off what's happening now, that's going to cost me next to nothing? What is a good interest? What am I interested in apart from all that other stuff? That'd be my advice. Well, speak to someone. Just pick up the phone, have a chat with someone. Most people will take your call, and we don't know you're suffering, do we? I don't know. You might be going through. I've gone through a crap time, and people don't know I'm going through a crap time, do they? Contact people, and if people get quiet, that's the time to ring them. If they become quiet, there's something's not right. So give them a little tinkle.
Yeah.
And get them to tune into Duggystone Radio, because we'll keep you entertained all day and all night. It's wonderful. There you go. Good plug for the station, isn't it? That's my advice. Get on Duggystone. Turn the media off, get on Duggystone Radio, because the media is dragging you down, filling your head full of crap. On Facebook, get on Duggystone Radio. Let us just entertain. Because we took the news off the station.
Oh, have you?
We went coronavirus free in March. We stopped talking about it. We took the news off the station because it was just driving us insane. We replaced sponsors instead and jingles.
You've got a keen habit of predicting my next question, Kirk. Where can people find you?
If you just type in Duggystone Radio, Duggystone Radio, they'll find us. They'll find the station. If you type Duggystone in, they'll find me. Find Kirk Pickstone. And like I said, I love Facebook and hate it. I'm always on Facebook. I do. Before my 80s show in the morning, I always do a little promo, bit of swearing on it, bit of a rant for the day. I have a little jingle that I play, which is coming from America. Good morning, my neighbours. And then it's, fuck you. Yeah. So I love it. I love all that. So there's things that I enjoy about it and things that, well, that's where people can find me. So put Kirk in. I'm the only one in the world you'll find me.
Love it. Kirk, it's been a pleasure. Cara, I see you've made a few comments. Thank you very much. Rediscover interest. Oh, wow, I love that. No news. Yeah, exactly. Thank you so much for commenting. Kirk, it's been a pleasure. Always great to catch up with you. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll speak again soon, I'm sure.
I'll be riding up to see you, mate, as well. Don't forget my hat, and I'll send you one.
Oh, perfect. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Consider it done.
Love you, mate. Love what
Cheers,
you do.
buddy.
Take care of yourself. And hey, say hello to your mum. Give her a big hug from me.
I will do. All right, Kirk.
See you later, man.